Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shipstream. I'm Yezreel, the game is World of Warships. It is the 25th of November 2017. It is Saturday evening, my streaming skills are down to their usual standard, and we've got a load of warships to play with. Plan tonight is to have another look at the Pan-Asians, take out things like the Gadjah Madah, the Tier 4, the Shenyang, which I kinda liked last time, have a bit of fun with those. Maybe look at the Graf Zeppelin. Yes, again, I've had some ideas about her. Probably horribly bad ideas, but ideas nonetheless. And with a bit of luck, we might have some time left. And we're going to experiment with a new idea, namely, you guys are going to pick what ship I play of the ones I've got. So the Krispy Kreme is not an option. We're going to start with the Tier 7 Pan-Asian, the Gadjah Madah. I'm still not entirely sure how you pronounce that. A couple of things got pointed out, most notably the firing angles on the aft turret, and the fact that I was just generally having a bad time of it on my last stream, so you know what? No more talk, let's just get into it. Action stations. And it's a 7 through 9 matchup, yay me! And they've got a Flint, even more yay me! And a Fletcher, hallelujah! Luckily the other three destroyers are Japanese. We have a Benson and a Black, so nuclear water mines ahoy. We've got the radar cruiser, they haven't. And we have the battleship advantage in the shape of, well, basically either a Scharnhorst or an Alabama, depends on how you count, although they have got an Iowa, which could make things interesting. There's no carrier. It could be worse, and it's Shatter, so very destroyer-friendly map. Unfortunately, bottom tier. Well, I suppose we can go bully the poi boat. Right. So, ahead full. Guns crank forwards. And this is something that was being talked about, and I didn't really make a big deal of in the last ship stream. Namely, the firing arc on this rear turret is incredible. For one thing, it has a 360-degree rotation, which is kinda snazzy in and of itself, and as a consequence, you can fire pretty much all 6 guns close to 13 degrees forward. No, Flint has smoke. And I remember how to type. Flint has smoke.
Thank you.
So that's the good news. The bad news is, well, the Black's over the other side of the map, and we don't yet know what's going to be on this side. It really matters where the Flint and the Fletcher are, and to a lesser extent the Fiji, because, well, either we've got a division on this side that is absolutely suited to killing destroyers, or we haven't. And if we're really lucky, everything's over the other side. We can just toddle around this corner and start blamming battleships. I'm not going to be that lucky. It's going to be a cornucopia of low-caliber rapid-fire guns on the other side of this cliff. Hello, Federico II. You can go around the corner first. After all, you are tier 8, you are about the same speed. Oh, gods, the Fletcher. Right, okay, well, the good news is the poi boat is also here. The Donskoy must have either got lucky... No, the Donskoy's popped its radar. Okay. The other problem, of course, is that if the Donskoy has popped radar, I don't want to get into a knife fight with a destroyer because, well, they have surface-running torpedoes. Close action is not good for me. I want to be hovering around about probably the 4.5 to 5.2 kilometer mark, enough to keep everyone honest and turn it into a guns race, which I can probably win. Not so much that I can't. Oh, hello, Amagi. Let's see. In his position, he's steady on course at the moment. We'll launch one on the course. Now he's going to see those. He's going to turn in. Overcommit slightly, or maybe just turn in anyway because he's been spotted and is anticipating torpedoes. Never mind that. Fish are running. The Benson has also ducked away. And, oh boy, there's the Fiji, which means the Flint is there as well. Run away. Admittedly, duck into smoke and break contact. Unfortunately, that does mean that the Shiratsuyu, which previously would have been an easy victim to pick, those surface-throwing torpedoes would have been, would have just fallen straight into the track after all, will instead just sail harmlessly on as the torpedoes run underneath it. On the bright side, we did bully the Amagi into turning away. On the downside, well, we're hilariously outgunned at the moment. Also, they've taken point C, which is not good. And if the Fiji is over here, then the Flint is as well. So I really, really don't want to get into this engagement. It's not going to be healthy at all. What's just got me spotted? Oh, hello, Fletcher. Guns up. Remember, angle away. Keep the range open. It'll just kick back a bit. Bring number 1 turret into play. There you are. That's a bit awkward. Number 1 turret, because it's right behind the forecastle. Ow. Has not got a great firing arc to the stern, basically. So your firepower's good forward, but it shaves off pretty quickly if you're trying to fire a target to the aft. And yep, there's the Fiji, there's the Flint. Surprise. And yeah, I think they've got the gunnery advantage on this side somehow. A lot of rapid fire HE and AP coming down. Don't want to get that close, but we'll lock on Fletcher again. Recommence beating. Hello, Del. Good to see you. Okay. There we are, safely behind. One nice thing about the British 4.7-inch gun, similar to the American 5-inch, it's got relatively high arcs, so you can, with a bit of luck, fire over intervening terrain. Like this. And, oh crap, he's coming around the corner. Pop smoke. Oh, got a fire. Excellent. Handy, handy, handy. Right, okay, let's run these torpedoes. Launch 1. And, of course, second tube took a disabling hit earlier on, so there's nothing that can do. And then duck behind before that Flint gets any more ideas about where he's aiming. Oh, the Flint has smelt, how can I put this? Underage boat. And as a consequence, oh, there's the Fletcher again. Let the beating continue, come on. Crunch. Oh, I wasn't actually expecting that to hit anything, much less the Fiji. Okay, 70 sec. Oh, got a twofer. Hey, hey. Smoke is a torpedo magnet. You know this, everyone knows this, and it's amazing how many people, me included, will still get carried away blamming on the guns and not remembering this. Okay, oh, right, so Donskoy has emptied his port side launcher. Okay, turn port. Kick in again. Number 1 tube is back in 50 seconds. Number 2 launcher is ready to go. No. This is going around this corner point blank is a stupid idea. It worked the last time because I had an escape route. Okay, so the Fiji's badly beaten up. And his damcon's gone. He's still ticking from flooding. We might have nailed him. Totally by accident, but we might have nailed him, in which case we can hopefully slam round this corner. No, he stopped the rot, and oh, there's Poi trying to get a word in edgeways. Well, let's pop forwards. Now, I'm going to take a quick peek, see where Poi has got to, and then dive off into B. There we are, there's Poi. Hello. Something to think about, which means torpedoes are in the water, so the Takao can hold until they go past. We can then blitz past, hit the Kagro. There's the Kago's the Shiratsu's torpedoes, so unless he's got reload boost, he has emptied his tubes, which means it's safe for the Takao to move. And now we can target the Kagero here, except that we can't just graze those shells into the mountain. We needed to get a few new wood for a few new mainmasts. Anyway, he's being pursued by the Akatsuki, who's got a decent gun solution. And, ooh, right, so that's one launcher gone. There's the other. Tubes are empty. Little bit of torpedo beat there. Very mild torpedo beat. Barely once turning the stereo on. And the Kagero is probably going to be toast before I can blitz around this corner and get the kill. The Amagi just blapped the Takao. That's annoying. Never mind, I should be able to chase down the Kagero. Hello, you. Have some tea. Gotcha. Right. And then the poi boat is nicely gone. We still need to finish this cap, however. Akatsuki's dumped tubes, fine by me. I can't use my torpedoes on that destroyer anyway. And now we've got this nice advantage from the Gadjah Madah's forward arcs that I can work my way in. I'm alright, we'll have some fun with this Flint. Come here. You wanna try playing with underage boats? Let's see how you handle that. Yeah. Sometimes they come with crime prevention buzzers. And we grab the capture as well. 2 thoroughly secured kills. Now let's deal with this destroyer, who, if I'm very lucky, is still sitting broadside. And hello, Pepino, as well. Good to see you. Okay, so there's 1 launch and 2 launches. Poi is panicking. Okay, can keep 2 guns going, nothing else. As I say, I don't think he's got the reload boost. We've seen smoke from this guy, so his next move will be a ramming attack. Not today, sucker, not today. Next problem, pop smoke, lock onto Fletcher. Jam it back. Get a fire started, which I don't mind at all, and then let's see what we can do with these 4.7 inches. Lateral accuracy is not... Yeah, it's tolerable. Excuse me, I'd like that kill if you don't mind. Well, come on, it's just going to be whoever gets the next hit, really. Bop. Got him. That's 4. We'll finish capping C. And then I think we'll go... Ooh. Bully a battleship. How long until she gets nerfed? I would think they'll do something to her traverse. I mean, she is undoubtedly one of the standout destroyers of the line. But bear in mind, I had a horrid time in her on Thursday. I couldn't get anything right at all. So there's a large amount of player skill going on here. Or rather, player skill relative to the opposition. I would not claim that I had mysteriously and suddenly learned how to destroy her between now and Thursday. Okay, right, let's see. Best target, I think, is going to be the Iowa. We can turn around, take the channel south, plug in the engine boost once we're out of this turn, and then basically leg it. Place your bets. Oh, more to the point, what will they do to nerf her? Because there's no individual component about her that's overpowered. She's just a very nicely balanced boat. It's rather like Fletcher. Nothing individually outrageous, no obvious standout thing, but yeah. Is it not destroy? All right. My most played ship is actually the Atlanta, with Minotaur. Actually, no, not Minotaur, because that's not one I've had for quite so long. But, yeah, most played ship is Atlanta. That's far and away the good contender for favourite ship. Overall class, well, I prefer the destroyers and the light cruisers. You may draw your own and probably entirely erroneous conclusions from that. Started out on the Japanese destroyer line. oddly enough. Atlanta, as pointed out, is basically a supersized destroyer with a citadel, so maybe that's not a surprise. Yeah. Right, I need to plug in the engine boost, don't I? Yeah, give me most destroyers, most rapid-fire light cruisers, and I'm a happy man. And before you ask, yes, that does mean that I am extremely interested in the American light cruisers. I think I'm going to like the Worcester. Okay, let's start by blapping this guy a few times. If nothing else, we can disrupt his cap. He's looking this way, and he's got the 155mm gun, so we'll pop a smoke launch. Fix that. Duck away, and while I don't really care about damaging him, I do care about disrupting his capture progress. Now, what is that Tirpitz doing? There we go. Nice, easy mark. Come around this corner, except he is angled in. What's the Iowa doing? Iowa is backing up. Tirpitz, however, is not, so we'll just watch these launch angles. This is a downside, by the way. The launch angles on these fish are not brilliant, and I am seriously going to have to watch this. Fire 1, kick back, fire 2, turn away because we are actually way too close. We need to get 300 meters on this guy before he clears the headland. Cleveland back to her old glory, yes, at tier 8. With that kind of tier, they can justify undoing all the nerfs they did back in the early days. And the Tirpitz is looking the wrong way. Hallelujah! Come to Papa. Oh, this is going to be glorious. Bang, 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 and bang. And it's a test ship, so no, I don't get a Kraken. Oyodo would be interesting. Argonaut would be interesting. Oyodo in particular because, well, the number of Oyodo jokes you could get away with would be truly spectacular. And, okay, the Mogami is legging it. The other one, of course, would be the Sendai class. I mean, you could really pick any of the three. Sendai, Naka, Jinsu, they all have pretty good reasons to be included. 5,500 tons. They'd actually make a reasonable tier 3, tier 4 premium. Worth considering. Anyhow, let's see. The Mogami is fleeing northwest. The Iowa might be up for a fight, but not a great position and no one's got eyes on, so I don't know what she's doing. The Japanese built a whole line in around about the 5,500 ton mark. You've got a good argument there for something, say, like Sendai as the tech tree and Oyodo as a premium. Okay, ooh, we just lost the Bismarck. Well, Mogami finally got some action. Let's see, can we get round behind this Iowa? Because he was backing up. He's not really going anywhere at the moment. Tubes are almost reloaded. We had a brief air detection, so the Iowa is going to be looking this way. Tier 10 cat fighter, very shiny. Someone's been pumping money into that girl. T5 or 6 if they push some stats. That's a maybe. Anyhow, ooh, right, so Iowa went the other way. Terrific. Okay, well, we've flushed her out into the Donskoy, so change of oh my god. Well played, sir. Well played. Excuse me a moment. As the only guy on their team who was actually worth anything, he gets a compliment. That was very nicely done. He must have got the glimpse right off the air detection. Dump torpedoes down the channel. Do I need vigilance? Possibly, but I don't have the captain points for it at the moment. Yeah, that was... wouldn't have helped me very much. Not in that situation. That was one of those where the torpedo was just off a snapshot or even something. Maybe even just dumped it on random chance and got lucky, which would be completely unusual for the Mogami class, because that ship was jinxed. Oh, well, that ship, yeah. Yeah, random torpedo from nowhere. Where is... Oh, it's ducked back into B. Oh, clever girl. So he must have gone up the northwest channel, looped round, turned enough to get a torpedo launched into me without being detected, or just dropped on general principles at extreme range, then come round the island and got back into B. Very, very nicely done. I don't know, can I drop this guy a second compliment, or does it not count? Yeah, it turns out you can. Very, very nicely done, sir. Of course, we could... No, actually, he didn't drop those torpedoes on the air launch, because it was, what, 30, 40 seconds from here to here, and we never saw him on the detection. Best case, 9.2. Yeah, he dropped those at extreme range. Would be my guess. How much life has the Mogami? He was on about 20. Actually, he's less than that. He's maybe 20%. But as noted, it's 2 on 2. We could basic... I don't believe this. I don't believe this. This guy. This guy... This guy has been AFK. He's not disconnected either. His stern turret's forward. If he was a disconnect, he would be forwards and backwards. Pizfugu is not in the mood for the ram. He will not be witnessing anything today. Secondary's out. Just farming a... Well, personally, I'd be farming a cheap... no, I wouldn't. I'd be trying to kill him. There we go. I would have gone for a cheap close quarters expert there, but... not worth it. And there's the Iowa. And we are about to have the most hilariously undeserved win of all time. Maybe not. The Donskoy soaked the broadside. The Iowa's burning. Lattenjub is going to get his second kill and end the game. But that Scharnhorst would have won us the game just for sitting on the spot. The last time I saw that happen, there were 4 enemy ships, and the bot got a solo warrior. There's no justice in the world. Anyhow, 99,500 damage. I'll definitely take that. Let's see. Team score. Oh yeah, definitely take that. Why? Damn it, why do I always get the good performances in ships that can't pick up achievements? Damage done. Okay, so 20,000 off the main battery. I mean, it's 4.7 inch. It's even more feeble than Fletcher's. Also worth noting that you, again, benefit from IFHE on it, which is another skill I don't have. This ship is only going to get more dangerous as you get higher tier captains into her. 10 torpedo hits, 25 launches, 6 hits, not bad. 60,000 damage and 5,000 off the flooding. I think most of that was just that one Fiji hit. The concealment on it, well, let's drop back to the port and find out. So...